Fans, it is with the heaviest hearts yet that we bring you this episode of Live from Stadium Drive, Mike McCarthy Way edition. We are working through what just happened. Tommy, where do you start?
Everybody saw everything. We saw the amazing things that we've done. We saw our way to grind out the football. We saw our ability to make the defense stop. And what went wrong at the end? I'm still trying to process everything. I mean, it was still right down there to the nitty gritty. There was nothing that we could have done. It was all just watching everything unfold.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's what I will take away from that game. Seattle may have made more big mistakes in terms of turnovers, but the Packers made more little mistakes.
Yes.
There were opportunities. There were missed opportunities, man.
You can't blame this on Bostic. You can't blame it on everything else.
I mean, you can blame it as much on Bostic as you can on Rodgers throwing that first interception to Richard Sherman in the end zone. You can blame it on you can blame it on Haha for not getting a third interception. I mean, there are enough plays. It's just that's just the thing, man. They needed a squeaky clean game, and they didn't do it. You know, maybe they would have at home. Maybe it's the environment. I don't know, man.
I don't know. Like, I don't even know where to figure out this problem because we were right there, and our defense asked everything they could do for them. Is it? Oh my! I don't even know.
Well, at any rate, here we are, Packers fans. 2014 season's in the books. The Packers now 1-3 in NFC championships under Mike McCarthy. We had it, man. We had it. You know, whatever adjustments Seattle made at halftime, it was really kind of night and day. Packers dominating the first half. Seattle largely dominating the second half.
We limited Marshawn just like we had to. We got turnovers.
I don't know if I'd say we limited him. I mean, he didn't take over the game, but he still had like 150 yards.
But we got the stops we needed to. We watched everything go down. It was.
Well, you know, when you look back at what everyone said we needed to do to win this game, we really did a lot of it. What did we need? Rodgers' calf to hold up.
Done.
Eddie Lacy to run well.
He did.
Offensive line to protect.
They did.
Clay Matthews to help against Russell Wilson. I mean, Julius to have an impact. We got it all. We got all those things today. It was the little mistakes. But I will tell you this, man. I mean, Marshawn Lynch won that game more than anybody on Seattle. That was him.
When they counted, they did. They kept rolling, kept getting it. There are other things we want to keep bringing in, but
man, oh man, we were there, Green Bay fans. We are live from the Green Bay Distillery, and still a lot of Packers fans hanging out. Pretty good crowd here for leftovers. You know, was this just one of those games where, as they say, the Packers were playing with house money? They really didn't have a chance, except they did. I mean, you know, just play for the fuck of it. Will this be one where we look at, you know, just like we were looking back at week one and we're like, why did we think the Packers would win? Will this be one of those games? Or do you think they really could have pulled this off?
We were right there. I mean, like I said, you don't blame it on Bostic. You don't blame it on us. I mean, us getting those 2 field goals early on, we had ourselves in position. We saw every opportunity that we had to bring it back. I don't know. I'm still just trying to process everything. I mean, it's been such a slow roll. It's still been watching.
You know, man, like I said, there were just enough little mistakes. They needed to play real clean in all 3 phases. And, you know, I would be shocked if the axe doesn't come down on Sean Slocum this offseason. I mean, I think if they – I kind of bought into the idea that anything less than a Super Bowl, Slocum is gone. This is clearly less than a Super Bowl, and you know that the onside kick play, the touchdown they gave up on the fake field goal. I mean, this was special teams had a chance.
It was the entire way.
Man, this offense played pretty well. Man, did Seattle must have made some good halftime adjustments, man, because we had a lot of trouble moving the ball in the second half. 6 points to our 16 in the first half. It was every bit the close game everybody kind of thought it would be. What's up, man? Come on over, dude. What's your name? Brandon? Come on, man. Were you watching the game or were you just working? Watching the game? All right. Well,
but I'm still trying to process through so much in my head because everything's going by so quick, but
you know, this wasn't the year apparently, man. I don't quite get it. You know, there was just enough little mistakes. Like I said, that was I don't know what you put that on. Is that just pure coaching or home field advantage? Hey.
How you doing? Good to see you. Everything just went so slow, and everything there was an opportunity, and you can't beg on our defense for keeping this so much and watching us stuff them and I'm sorry, man. I'm just.
You know what? I thought post game after last week was tough after that emotional roller coaster. But you know what? We're doing our best to break down this game here as quickly as we can. But what more is there to say, man? We had it. This might just be a short and bitter episode, man. But
and we were watching the opportunities that we had them right there. I mean. The kickoff, we stopped them, we brought it back. We were able to dink and dunk. We were able to watch Seattle try to strive it out. But
Jordy with drops, Randall with drops. I mean, this was not the fundamental game that the Packers needed. Seattle is so fundamentally talented and skillful that you have to play that way. You have to hold yourself to that same standard to be able to compete, especially in that stadium. Man, you know, just the things, that's why they play the game, isn't it, man? I mean, the things that we thought would be a factor going into this game turned out not to be. You know, Rodgers running for that first down at that one point.
Yes.
Couldn't have done that last week. I mean, he obviously was playing a little bit better. Maybe not the danger the full range of his talents at his disposal, but it still wasn't, you know, you saw him go down a couple times. The calf was not the issue. The weather was not the issue.
No, it wasn't.
Dude, Clay played a great game. We needed that. Getting up in Russell Wilson's face. I loved the game plan. It was just execution, dude.
It was us being in position and watching Seattle do their.
Don't say magic.
No,
right.
It wasn't. But I mean, what do you want to do to bring it to 7? What do you want to do to see it bring? Is it? God, I'm sorry, Matt. Like I just got a lot of soul going through me. I'm still trying to figure it out. But
we have all off season, unfortunately, to figure this out.
To dissect exactly what happened and seeing that Richard Sherman out
with the hand injury. I mean, dude, yeah. Earl Thomas getting banged up in the game. Cam Chancellor was nowhere to be seen in this game. Bruce Irvin really didn't have an impact. Those stars on that Seattle defense were largely neutralized, man. I mean, and one of the other things, you know, Russell Wilson wasn't able to go hog wild and scramble all over the place.
We did everything we needed to do except down at the clutch, down when the last seconds did, and trying to come back and give a little spice and everything. But
I mean, how on earth did they cause 5 turnovers? 5 turnovers. When's the last time the Packers had that many? And I beg to know if they've ever had 5 turnovers and still not won. That's incredible. Man, it's a fucking weird testimony to some bullshit going on in Seattle, man. I don't know who to give the credit to, but as usual, like I respect Marshawn Lynch. He's a weird fucking dude, but dude fucking runs. I mean, he doesn't feel like a Seahawk. He feels like a mercenary.
Yes.
And once again, man, you saw in the second half, they really committed to Marshawn Lynch. Yes. They would just run. And he was up for the challenge. And it seemed while we were watching it unfold that, oh, good, milk the clock, like running on down. But when they're doing enough, when they're getting those yards, again, though, it was so many little things.
And they're putting us back, and we're trying to get back, and you feel like we had an opportunity at the end when Brandon Bostic got that. You want to see us make the stop, come back, do whatever we have to do, and play that during the clock thing, and then they just roll down and just stop. It's
were you impressed by Russell Wilson?
I was in the clutch when everything came down to it, and that he has to perform, and he has to come back, and you saw that the odds were stacked up against him, and everything came down. Like, what more could we do? We saw our defense come in and play and do what they had to do to come in, but we could not put those pieces together where it stopped. Oh my God.
Another one, man, the 2-point conversion. I mean, credit to Russell Wilson for realizing he's under pressure, and if he lobs it up to the end zone, worst case scenario, it gets picked off. I mean, like, he gave his player a chance to make the play. And they did it. I mean, that was a fucking, man, there were a lot of those little things, Packers fans, a lot of those little things that could have served to put this game away. I mean, every play that the Packers solidly execute gets them out of Seattle with a win and headed to Arizona. And there were just too many. There were too many.
We left it on the table, and we let everything drop, and we were able to stay back and watch us being up ahead and give us a chance. But it was just kind of dropping the bucket. I mean,
that being said,
I'm sorry, Matt.
No, it's okay, man. It's okay.
I'm so tossed up. Like,
live from Stadium Drive, Mike McCarthy Way Edition. We are just trying to bring you some Packers therapy, as it were. We're hoping this was going to be more of a celebratory episode, like last week's Paul Ryan freestyle escapade.
It was a good time.
Well, you know what, man? I hate to put it in the books now, but it was a good season. Not great. Very, very good, though. A lot of good times. Thanks for sticking with us through this, and we had a hell of a time doing our part to bring a little something different of Packers coverage.
It was, and it was a lot of fun. But you also watch the coverage and the schemes that happened, and at the end, when you bring the pressure, I don't know, Matt.
I don't know either, Tom. I don't know either. You know that we got Julius Peppers coming back on an awfully big contract. We
played extremely well. We had a lot of pieces in place. We did bring the pressure. We did exactly what we had to do until the end when the meat
great.
comes.
That was that last touchdown pass from Russell Wilson was a great throw. He does that shit. But they did so well keeping Russell Wilson in the pocket. The game plan was seriously like there. They did what they needed to do, just not solidly enough. They kept Russell Wilson in the pocket, made him try to throw over D linemen over whom he can't even see, and he was missing some dudes and getting picked off. That was a successful game plan. And the way that Seattle was able to bust that up was just start running the rock.
Yes. exactly what we wanted to do, because we control that whole clock by balance, by Eddie knocking those small guys down, by bringing the ball up, by forcing turnovers, by getting – shout out to Mason Crosby. For real.
Shout out to Mason Crosby.
If we had not been in this as far as the field goals – now, I'm not even talking about what it was before the end of regulation time and everything else, but it came down to getting that ball back, watching everybody shine down and getting that. But
well, we wouldn't even be talking about Mason Crosby's success if the Packers were more efficient in the red zone. I like hate that I'm gonna have to see those numbers. Throw in that Richard Sherman interception where we get into the red zone and come away with no points, or was that in the red zone? Maybe just outside. But man, just like going against Detroit and going for it on 4th down and not getting in the end zone, that whole, that we were able to overcome. But in Seattle, you need fucking points.
yes.
Field goals were doing it today. That was enough. I mean, in a game that went into overtime, it's that tight of a game that the Packers just had to take care of business a little bit better, man. Had to take care of the football. Those Rodgers interceptions were not good. Tough stuff. Tough pill to swallow here, Pack fans. If you are watching live, feel free to come on over to the Green Bay Distillery, give a take. I don't think a whole lot of Packers fans here really want to show their face right now, but here we are.
We are soaking in it. We are enjoying it, but we are watching. We are trying to digest and make sense of everything that happened, because I don't know if we had if.
My man, most eloquent man in showbiz.
I'm not.
Speechless.
I'm not.
Speechless.
No, it's. I'm just trying to want to watch the film and trying to see what happened and see that.
Well, look, man. I mean, what's so tough about this is in the playoff losses of the last couple of years, the culprits were blatantly obvious, or like the areas of defense that the Packers needed to shore up. It was just like, it was obvious, you need better play from middle linebackers, outside linebackers, secondary, more pressure in the D-line, better run defense. I mean, like, if anything, I could say this points to the Packers on run defense.
But did they not bring it up in the game? Did they not do that part where if you look at him at the end of the game, that was not the deciding factor? I mean, yes, you would have wished they would have held it out the entire game, but why is that not at the end of the game? Why? I mean, you go back. I'm not a naysayer where I say one player end of the game, but punching that in on those goal line stances where we could have give ourselves a little pad, where we not could have come back and stopped them when we punted them the ball, and we would have pushed them back a little bit and came back. Like it's. I'm not a naysayer. I'm not saying what could have been, what should have been, but we had great opportunity. We presented ourselves with great opportunity. We were slowing down the ball. We were making everything go down and just handing off the ball and coming down, slow down. We had great field position.
Oh, dude. Well, first half, we had awesome field position for the whole first half. Second half,
even right when at the kickoff, when we got them 3-0, I mean, we had the ball. We negated them getting the ball at kickoff and them stopping them. And we didn't have anything, but it was
boy, oh boy.
Just a lot of salt.
Hell of a lot of salt.
And I apologize because I'm full of a lot of salt and I'm still trying to process it. And please forgive me that I'm not saying
this is
much,
gut.
But
this is from the gut here, man. This is
there's just a lot of things that are mixing and mixing down the thing, but
well, dude, any final thoughts on this game? We'll do. I mean, I'm thinking we'll probably do like a full season wrap up, something like that. Shit. We'll see. We'll keep you posted on the off-season happenings, but Signing off on the 2014 season.
It's the end.
Green Bay Packers fan, Matty Day.
I'm Tommy Burns.
We were
live
from
Stadium
Drive, Mike McCarthy Way edition. Peace, Packers fans.
We'll be back with another thing.
Boycott Starbucks. No more fucking lattes. Boycott Skittles.
No more heroin. No more grunge music. No more everything else. But we have to keep watching and see everything that went down. But hey, hold on. There's nothing to be ashamed of about everything that we did. We came in. There were mistakes that were made. But what can you really bring in and watch as things went downward? We were still right there with a lot of players, and we still brought a lot of heat, but it came down to...
That's what we'll be pondering, man.
Yeah.
That's what we'll be pondering. At times we had championship defense, championship offense, hell, even championship special teams, but they did not sustain it. It was not a clean game that the Packers needed, that anyone needs. You look at any team that beat Seattle this year, they did, they played damn near perfect football. Packers, not good enough today. Sucks. But, yep. Peace.
Was it not good enough? I mean, we will say peace. But was it not good enough, or was it that just Seattle is better, or was it that we were not able to put the pressure and put it down? You can't blame it on Tremont. You can't blame it on everything else. You can't blame it on our pressure of defense, because we came in and got it. And Aaron Rodgers with his ankle, which was a complete non-factor, and seeing him come in and step up and everything, it was just a factor of not being able to put the pins in.
Shit. Red zone efficiency, run defense. That's what I got. Mainly, I don't know. We got a lot of
thinking to do, a lot of talking.
A lot of time to work it out.
I'm sorry, I'm a little distraught. We're going to gather our thoughts and come back, but it is just a lot to digest right now. After that, we will come back and talk exactly about that, but god damn.
Green Bay. Signing off. I am Joe Calgaro.
And I am Wayne Larrabee.
We were
live
from the Stadium Drive. And we'll be back, motherfucker. We'll be back.
Peace.
2015. What you know about it?